Okay, so here's our file. Here's our first component. The first shape I'm going to show you how to make is a square, since that's the easiest one. Now, if we use the orbit tool, we can move around a little bit and see some different views, but it looks a little bit weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Camera, Standard View, and I'm going to look at this from the front view. Notice that I've got a blue line going up and a red line going to the side. That tells me this is the front view. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a square. I'm going to start at what we call the origin, which is where the red and the blue line meet, and I'm just going to draw out a square any size. Now, if I want to know how big this thing is, it's measured down here. 1,179 millimeters by 1,298. That's quite big. That's over a meter in size. How big is our dock? Yeah, it's going to be 100, comma, space, 88. That's how big the square piece is for our dock. So we're going to draw that in. I'm going to press enter, and look what happens. It's tiny, isn't it? You can barely see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on zoom extents, and it's going to fill up the whole screen, and I can see it nice and clearly. That tool's really useful. Sometimes we zoom out or we zoom in, and sometimes we lose the thing that we were looking at. An easy way of finding our way back to that shape is to use zoom extents, and it brings it back in the middle of the screen. It's a good way of bringing it all back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this into a 3D view, zoom out a little bit. You can see that this shape is super thin. It's thinner than a piece of paper. We obviously need to make this into a 3D shape. So in order to do that, we're going to use the push-pull tool, this one. We're going to put it out by any number, but we're going to change that number to 9 millimeters. And then that's our first piece finished. Wasn't that easy? I'm going to go File, Save As. Okay, I'm going to call it Square Piece. So I remember, and I'm just going to save that.